Hey, how's it going everyone? What is up? And welcome to a new series I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to number it, so number 23 or whatever. It's just going to be a fun little thing that I'm going to do I actually have a lot of things to talk about, on this series, why I'm excited for a lot of things. And I just wanted to start with the first one that popped in my head, the one that's right around the corner, Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, I am a Metal Gear Solid fan. I'm not one of the hardcore ones. I mean, I don't know if you say playing all the games is hardcore, but I haven't played all the games. I've played 4, and I love Metal Gear Solid because of 4. But I played it so long ago that I wasn't able to play 1, 2, or 3, or Peace Walker, so I really haven't played any of the other games, but I know the story, and I love the story. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So, Metal Gear Solid 5, I mean, Jesus, it just looks amazing. There's this big open world that you've never really had in Metal Gear Solid, from my knowledge. You didn't really have it in Metal Gear Solid 4, which it was always linear. It looks friggin' amazing. It looks like they amped up everything from Metal Gear Solid 4. Of course they have, because it's been like 10 years. They amped up the graphics, they amped up the gameplay, they amped up everything. You can build your own mother base now, FOB, and you can build FOBs, like forward operating bases, that can actually be attacked. And the cool thing about it is, this is the part that's most interesting to me right now, because I love, tower defense shit, and, invading shit. It's like Dark Souls 2, or just Dark Souls in general, mixed with balloon tower defense. Mixed with oil fans, oil, container things. Not containers, the big oil mining things out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. It's really, really fucking cool, from what I've watched and seen. It's just, it's what Hideo Kojima, I can't say his name right, is known for, these big, awesome things, and I just can't wait for it. Another cool thing that I'm really excited for is to play as Big Boss again. Naked Snake, I think his actual, code name was before the whole boss incident. So, I'm really excited to play as Big Boss again. I never really understood, I think this was a good thing. I was so young when I played these games, and you can argue that I shouldn't have played these games because I was so young. I was 10, but let's leave that for a different video. I didn't really understand a lot of the story. I understood, Snake, that you're playing as, is a good guy. Of course, he's a good guy. But everyone else, to me at the time, they didn't seem like bad guys. And that's a good thing, because now, going back and learning all the story to get hyped for Metal Gear Solid 5, I actually learned that not really anyone is a bad guy. It's a point of view. Who you, see as the bad guy from what point of view you take. And that's the most interesting thing about the Metal Gear Solid story for me, is that it's not black and white. It's black, white, red, purple, everything else, because you have these different points of view. And, the tear fucking jerking scene at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 with, Big Boss, it was just cool. Big Boss has always been this big badass that you're having to fight and shit, at least from what I've read. I don't really remember that much from Metal Gear Solid 4. I remember that I had a good time. I'm still working on, all the story, catching up on it. But, to my knowledge, and to the games that you played as him in, the first one, he is a fucking badass. Or maybe it was the third one, or something. Or was it Peace Walker and the first one? It was Naked Snake. I don't remember. Anyways, Big Boss is a badass, okay? So it's always fun to go play as him in his prime. It's really fun. And cool, of course. And all these little features that it seems like they're adding in. Not only can you pick up supplies and troops for your mother base by, actually tranking people out in the field, enemies. You can actually trank the enemies. Go up to them, put a parachute on them, they go up in the air, someone picks them up, and they are taken to Mother Base to be trained or brainwashed or something, because I don't see them just switching sides to help you all of a sudden. So it seems like there's a little brainwashing in there. And you can also do the same thing with trucks, cars, I want to say horses, but I don't know. I know you can do it with goats, because there was a goat on Mother Base, and that was fucking hilarious. There's also cats and dogs on Mother Base, which is cool. Or maybe it's just dog. There is a dog companion in the game that I'm probably going to be using a lot when I'm not using Quiet. So yeah, it's just really cool. You can pick up containers and shit out in the field to like supply your base and shit. It's really cool. And then there's all the other little things, like you have to take a shower, or your team will start saying you smell bad or acting like you smell like shit, basically. Because as you go out in the field and as you do things, you get blood on you, you get shit on you, basically. And you have to take a shower. There's these showers scattered all around Mother Base that you can take. And if you don't, and it gets so bad, you'll start having flies, like, buzzing around your head. You'll get out of the chopper coming back from a mission, and everybody, like, all your teammates will be like, welcome back, sir. And holding their nose and shit. And then Ocelot will come up to you and go like, you stink, Snake! And throws a bucket of water on you. It's fucking hilarious. It's the little things that, like, entice me, along with the big things, of course. And it's just looking really, really amazing. It just looks great. And of course, we gotta talk about the open world for a second, like I shortly talked about a few minutes ago. It's really cool to see this big open world from Metal Gear Solid to my knowledge right now. I'm, of course, going to play all 4 games plus Peace Walker as soon as probably I beat Metal Gear Solid 5, just so I can beat Metal Gear Solid 5 because it looks good and it looks like you can just jump right in, maybe do a little bit of reading like I've done. I'm going to do a lot of bit of reading. And after I beat Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm going to go back on the PlayStation and buy, like, the HD collection or whatever and play that, and then play Metal Gear Solid 5 again. So, yeah. But the open world, like, to my knowledge, we haven't had an open world this big in a Metal Gear Solid ever. So, to see how big this world is, like, in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Forces, I didn't get to play it. I've watched a ton of videos on it, reviews, like, everything. People are pissed off because it was so short. But it had a big map to it, a pretty big open world-esque map. And the creators of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain are saying that Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is 200 times larger than that map. And you already had things to run around and do on that small map in Ground Forces, so can you imagine 200 times larger? I'm pretty sure it's like 28 kilometers wide. I want to say kilometers, or maybe that translates to miles. Well, that's a little bit more than 28 miles. I think 28 kilometers is more than a mile or something. I don't know. Let's just say it's about 10 kilometers less than Skyrim. Skyrim was about 38. This is about 28 or 24. Somewhere around in there. So it's fucking huge. If you remember, like, it took you like probably a day. Like a complete day to run from one end of Skyrim to the other on foot. And just imagine how long it, a little bit shorter, maybe half a day to like go on foot from one side of Metal Gear Solid's map, Metal Gear Solid 5's map, to the other. So that's still fucking awesome. And I can't wait. It just sounds so cool. So of course at the near the end of why I'm excited, the video series, I want to talk about something I'm worried about. Like, maybe just a few things that I'm worried about. But keep it short because this was a 9-minute, like, me screaming about how excited I am for the new Metal Gear Solid game. The only thing I'm really worried about is how much it looks like Splinter Cell. I love fucking Splinter Cell. I'm actually playing Splinter Cell The Blacklist just to, get hyped and get into the mode to be stealthy. To play Metal Gear Solid 5 the way it's supposed to be played. As a, ghost, a snake, I guess. And it just looks a lot like, I've already forgot Splinter Cell. I'm sorry. I'm playing the fucking game tonight. And I played it last night and I forgot what it was called that fast. It just looks a lot like Splinter Cell to me. Like, the way it plays, like, at least the gunplay. I know you can't do gunplay in spy games, like third-person spy games, very differently. But it just looks pretty similar. I imagine it's going to be like a less agile Splinter Cell, which is completely fine. I love it, but I don't know, it's just looking a little similar for me. Like, Metal Gear Solid's known for, like, this different style of, like, gameplay. And, like, from the videos I've watched, maybe I'm crazy, but I think it looks just a little bit like Splinter Cell. I'm imagining you won't probably be able to jump around and do all the shit that you do on Splinter Cell on this game because, you know, it's a little bit more realistic and you're not a fucking super spy, or who knows, maybe you are, I don't know, you're like a super soldier, you're pretty much Captain America on steroids playing Snake. So, I don't know, that's about the only thing I'm worried about. It looks a little bit similar to Splinter Cell, Blacklist, and Conviction, at least. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. So, there's the end of the first video in the series. I'm going to be doing one tomorrow on Batman vs. Superman, so look for that. And then, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow. I might wait a couple of days, because I have a few ideas lined up, but I don't have like a million, so I can't like put them out every day, and then not put one out for months, because we don't have any fucking news. So yeah, I might wait a few days to put the next out, but it is going to be Batman vs. Superman, and probably Suicide Squad after that. So yeah, let me know what you are excited for in Metal Gear Solid 5, or just a game that you're excited for this year. I know I'm excited for Metal Gear Solid 5, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Fallout 4, and of course, Star Wars Battlefront. So those are my games. If you're getting Metal Gear Solid 5, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're most excited for in that game. And yeah, let me know what your favorite Metal Gear Solid game is. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.